Hey, this is Chris, Minority Report. Facts over vaccine tests. So I always do that, so you get kind of a clue about what the subject matter is going to be. More and more in the media, I've been hearing, especially large events like football games and, I don't know, parties or whatever, stores even some, where you can't go in unless you have a proof of vaccination. But you also need proof of a negative COVID-19 test, where you need to have a negative COVID-19 test. I guess maybe your doctor signs that when you get it. I don't know. I haven't had a test yet. But it seems to me if that's the direction that we're slipping towards, which is that in order to actually fully resume a normal lifestyle, that if proof of a vaccine is not going to be considered enough, and I guess that could always be changed by the legislature. They could pass a law and say, well, you can't require both. I mean, I guess that would be the most expedient solution, but it seems to me what we need is for some bright person out there to come up with an instantaneous COVID-19 test that you could administer yourself that would be, let's say, above 99% accurate. It just seems to me that if we have breathalyzers that can bring back a blood alcohol level that's reasonably accurate, which I think they are, and we can have in-home pregnancy tests, which I think are pretty accurate, it seems to me that we've got the technology to detect small amounts of stuff with a high degree of accuracy, and so why can't we do that with the COVID-19 virus? I mean, if you're shedding, that means the virus is coming through your airway. So my first thought would be some kind of breathalyzer analysis. Some little piece of hardware that you could plug in your smartphone. It'd have a USB cable or something like that, or maybe Bluetooth. Let's get fancy. Sky's the limit. And it would you do the test, and the information would be transmitted to your phone, and then you could show anyone and this would be without a doctor intervening. It would be without anybody else intervening. It would just be you and your test, and that would, the test itself would be approved by, I guess, the FDA, right? I guess I think that would have to be that way. And so, the test would not be at question, and so the results wouldn't be at question. I understand people can hack anything, but you can hack a vaccine database too. So, what's the difference? And so, I think that most people, if you just said, look, you just need to do it once a day, and it's like totally voluntary. It's just if you actually want to go do something, maybe you have to have the test. Maybe people will start requiring the test to go to the grocery store. I don't know. And it seems kind of Orwellian, but it doesn't seem any more Orwellian to me than, for example, the governor just saying you all stay home until I tell you can come out, unless you're super important somehow. You know what I mean? So, and I think most people would. If they take the test and they haven't, they would stay home. That would just be an easy thing to do, right? You don't really need to report to anybody. Maybe you call your boss, you send him a screenshot of your smartphone, you said, look, I've got COVID-19, I gotta stay home. And, maybe the health department gets involved, maybe they don't. It just seems to me if a substantial number of people, if everyone was given access to the test, of course it'd have to be free. But everybody's got a smartphone. Everybody's got a smartphone of some sort. And so it seems to me, I think most people would do the right thing and say, okay, I'm not going to go out. And wouldn't that hasten the end of the spread of the disease? If everybody... part of the problem, right, from the very beginning is that we're told that there's so much asymptomatic spread. And so wouldn't that take care of that? That would take care of that whole issue, so we wouldn't have to worry about asym, because everyone would know if they had it or not. And so, that is my solution to getting out of this pandemic. Is that if people know they have it, they'll do the right thing. They'll stay home. At least, even if only 90% of everyone did it, this thing would be over in a week. Well, maybe not a week, but it'd be over pretty quick. So that is my positive solution to humankind this week. And so I hope somebody out there listens to this video and gets on the stick, so they say, and cranks out a test. That doesn't involve Google, doesn't involve law enforcement. It's just a test for you in the privacy of your own home, and depending on you to do what is right. I think most people do. Otherwise, this society would not function if they did not. All right. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below. Like and subscribe. If you've heard of anything at all that approximates what I'm talking about, I really sure would like to hear about it so that I can research it and see what's up with it, because that would be, it seems to me, that's the key to getting back to getting back. Period. All right. Got any questions or comments? Leave them in the section below. Like and subscribe. We appreciate it when you do. We'll see you on the next futuristic video.